never forget when I was about 8 or 9 years old, my parents took me to a monument in Montebello. It was an Armenian genocide monument. And there were lots of people walking around, and many of them were crying. And I asked my dad, I said, "Dad, why are these people crying?" I didn't know what we were there for, what was going on. And he said, "Well, people are here to remember today. They're here to remember the Armenian genocide." And I said, "Well, what is that?" And he said, "Well, you know, your grandparents' family, they were all killed in Armenia. And 1.5 million Armenians were killed during this genocide." Both of my parents were very involved in the Armenian community, were involved in organizations to help get recognition for the Armenian genocide. My father was born on October 19, 1915. That was just a few months after the genocide started and a few months after his extended family had been murdered. My father is at the end of his life. It's been over 95 years, almost 96 years, and the genocide has not been recognized. He has worked he and my mother and many people in the Armenian community worked so hard to get this genocide recognized. And it's so important to Armenians to have this recognition. It's so hard to forgive. And we can forgive, but we need to have recognition. If we don't have recognition, how can we just forgive? It seems so empty. We're never going to forget. This is passed on from one generation to the next. It was my father's burden, it is my burden, it is my nephew's burden. And are we going to be continually victimized by not being able to heal and have recognition? So to me, that is why recognition is so important. That not just our president recognized the genocide, our country, but Turkey recognized the genocide, and have the entire world. My belief also is that if this first major genocide was recognized, perhaps other world leaders wouldn't think they could get away with it. Hitler thought he could get away with it. He said, "Who remembers the Armenians? We can get rid of this minority population." And it has continued to this day where leaders think they can get rid of a group of people they don't like. So I wish I could say that this is never, ever going to happen again. I wish I could say the Armenians were the last race to be picked on, to be eliminated, but I can't.